Hi there, my name's Philip. I'm the event manager for Wildrunner, and today I'm going to be talking to you about trail type and techniques. So the trail run bug has finally bitten, and you find yourself constantly changing things up. Along with all the new venues comes a constant change in terrain, and that's the beauty of trail running, the constant change of scenery. No two routes can be approached in exactly the same way, but today I'm just going to give you a few brief tips on how to approach these different types of trails. So a lot of runners ask me, what exactly is a jeep track? A jeep track is a wide open trail and is the closest thing to a road that you're going to find out here on the mountains. It's called a jeep track because it's usually a vehicle access road onto the mountains. Jeep track doesn't require a massive change in your running style or technique. It is the part of the trail where you can keep your form the most constant. Probably the toughest thing that you're going to encounter out here are the steep uphills and the steep downhills. Although jeep track isn't the most technical of the terrains, it is still a mountainous terrain and should be approached with caution. One tip I like to give runners is to try to stay light on their feet, as this lowers the risk of rolling your ankles. So runners often want to know, what exactly is a single track? Single track is a very loose term to use, as this doesn't fully explain the terrain. But here are some popular types of trails that you may encounter out on the single tracks. First one is your hard-packed mountain bike single track. Often we get to run out on the trails cut by mountain bikers. These are generally well-maintained trails with hard-packed dirt and a lot of switchbacks and windy turns. The key here when running downhill is to have a shorter, faster stride. This makes for maneuvering around the corners a lot easier. The next type of single track are your hiking trails. These type of trails aren't as well cut and cleaned as the mountain bike trails and can be a lot more technical. They were originally designed with slower walkers in mind. When approaching these type of trails, you're often met with large rocky steps, sometimes some open tree roots, even some loose, very rocky terrain. So here are just a few tips when going uphill on a single track. So once again, try to keep your steps at a shorter, quicker turnover, running it with a faster cadence. When running up loose rocky sections, you'll find the little rocks constantly rolling out underneath your feet. A tip that helps with this is to try run as light as possible. For the areas with slightly larger rocks and boulders to climb, it's okay to take the walking approach. This is often the more efficient approach to take. No lazy walking though. This is walking with a purpose, maintaining a powerful and purposeful step, maintaining a good rhythm and keeping your back upright. Runners often have a tendency to rest their hands on their legs and bend over while walking uphill. Although this technique can't be faulted, I would always suggest trying to keep your back straight and upright, as this helps with the breathing and your airflow. So after all your hard work on the uphill comes the fun downhill. Things get a little bit more interesting here, but this shouldn't scare you away from trail running. In order to run comfortably downhill, you need to run confidently. So here are just a few tips on how to build your confidence when running downhill. Always try to look 5 meters ahead of you and not directly down. Your feet will know exactly what to do when they know what's coming up ahead of them. Always try to be light on your feet, as some rocks aren't as steady on the ground as you think they are. And when you hit these rocks too hard, they will just roll out right underneath your feet. Whereas if you take a lighter approach, by the time you've realized the rock is loose, you've already jumped off of it. My last tip that I would give when running downhill is to just keep moving. Even if you stumble forward, you generally will correct yourself. Besides single track and jeep track, you may come across some other types of terrain as well, such as beach sand. Beach sand is always going to be tough to run on. So the key thing here is to just get your head in the right space, try to get a good rhythm and push through for that short section of beach sand. Two last little tips that I like to give runners is spend some time out in the mountain, go for a hike and get to know the terrain that you're going to be running on. And lastly, get your strength and core exercises in. A balanced runner is a happy runner. A balanced runner is a confident runner.